Hi guys, so I have a video that I want to show you guys today. Just to confirm again that today is the 11th and that is the time I'm going to make the recording. But I recorded myself today just to see how the candlesticks move. You'll see where I took the trades, and I can see now why I was wrong on some of the trades, and hopefully improve and better my game in trading. So if I just play this video for you, it's a long video, so I'm not going to make you watch the whole video, but just the key parts of the video will run through. So at this point, what happened is, I'll quickly pause this. This green line denotes the CPI news that came out today. Now the CPI news, I had made a note on my chart to say at 8:30 there was CPI news which would affect the problems, not problems, but would affect the market and make it fluctuate in different directions. Even though you can see I put a note there, I disregarded my own notes, which is a problem which I need to try and make sure that I don't. And you'll see me get into two trades which were losing trades, and I was stopped out. And I'll explain why I'd got into them as the video goes along and what my thoughts were while that happened. So you can see that this is just 1 minute before the CPI news coming out, and you will notice that as soon as what I was looking at was, I made the mistake of thinking that this was a break in market structure, but that is not the case. And I had thought that because it was a break of market structure and that there was a fair value gap, that I should have entered a sell. Now you'll see me shortly, I'll go back a little bit, so you'll see me shortly right now go into a sell, put in a sell limit, just for the market to come up to the fair value gap. And you'll see me calibrate the price. I generally put the price higher up so that I can drag it down and bring it to where I want to. Now the thing is, when I was doing this, the stop loss I put it above the high. Now this is where you will see me get out of the market. The mistake that I had made was, it was because of the news, I should have never entered that trade. So that was the first loss that I had taken. And you can see that the stop loss had actually protected me and I went much higher. So I'm glad that I got stopped out, but I'm also glad that a stop loss was used. So I've got, as I go through the video, you'll see that I've got the markings, I've got the fair value gap in here, and there's a fair value gap up here as well. You'll see the market continue to push forward, and one of the mistakes that I had made was right here. So when that had broken, I assumed that this was a fair value gap, and again I entered into here, putting the stop loss higher up, but you'll see again that I got stopped out and I got into it early. Now that, I don't see anything wrong within that entry. It was just that the market wanted to do one more push, which is why I got stopped out and the trade got cancelled. You'll see me putting the stop loss, putting in the... Now, there's one thing I do want to notice. You notice how that says 50. In TradingView, when you hover over your position, there's a button there that has an up arrow and a down arrow. I don't know what that arrow does, but for some reason I clicked it and that went from 50 to 100,000, which was a mistake. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why that happened. Sorry, I do know how that happened. I clicked that button. I don't know why that happened and what that button does, but it pretty much just doubled down on the position, which is not what I wanted to do. But you'll see that as it goes along, I'm putting down lines. Now I should have cancelled the trade here because we were moving higher, But in this position right here, I got taken out again. So I had to reevaluate what was happening. I zoomed back out and I looked at different areas just to find out what was going on. Just trying to see where the market was trying to reach to, because there were equal bottoms at the bottom, double bottom, which I assumed that they would take. They would not let that stand or let it be. So as we're going forward, you'll see I get a break in structure there. So I'm getting the sell limit ready, because I can cancel the sell limit anyway, but I'm getting the sell limit ready so that I can put it into the position right there and calibrate it. But that position actually never got filled. So as the market decided to break even more, you will see I put in another sell limit entry into that fair value gap, as we had a break in market structure right here. And then again, there's another fair value gap, and in this position I decided to enter manually, and just in case it decided to continue to fall. So I brought the stop loss up above this high, because I don't expect this to be broken, and I brought the TP down. Now, as the market continued to move up, you can see that it went from here where I'd got the entry, and it's going to tag me in and put me in another entry. Quickly go in. So right there. So I have been tagged now. So as you can see, the reason why I know I've been tagged is because that 50,000 turns into 100,000 right there, and you've got these notifications telling me that I've been put into the market. So I sold another position there. You'll see me draw some lines, and again I expect the body of the candles to respect the low of this candle, and as you can see they do. The market decides to break down. As the market decides to break down, there's a point in this video where for some reason it just stopped recording. As you can see, the time stopped, and I don't know why, but I'm going to move forward to where it actually resumes, and you'll see just about now there. So you'll see that the market jumped and went back to where it was supposed to go. As you can see here, the time is moving. So I was marking out the fair value gaps, making sure that they would get respected, and that you could have potentially entered into here, and you could have also entered into here if you wanted to. I'm putting down the lines just to make sure that they do not get broken, and I don't have to close my trade. One thing that was missed in this video that I was doing was, right here you'll see that there was a position taken. Now the reason why I took that position was this white line is the 50% daily candle. So it's the 50% of the daily candle. And as it was coming down, and we also had this low broken, I decided to take profits as I seen quite a big jump. And so the profits were, some partials were taken here. You can see that I moved my stop loss down to break even, and then the market decides to move forward. Decided to break down. There was a fair value gap here, which is why I thought they would tap it and go back up, which is why I took the partials. But you know, I let some of my position ride because I was expecting the equal lows at the bottom to be broken. Now you'll see that that is the position there. There's equal lows here that the liquidity lies. I've got a sell limit up there that I'm just cancelling because I know I'll never get back up there now again, and it's going to go straight for this. So as I cancel that one, I'll bring down the stop loss for this one just in case, just to make sure. And if I go back just to show you, I had it marked that these were equal lows, and this was also a 15 and a 1 hour fair value gap. And I continue to mark out. I'm just looking at the market, seeing what it's doing. And if I continue to move forward, at this point, I'm thinking the trade should have closed, but the trade didn't close. So what I did was I decided to actually press the X button and close it manually if it didn't close me out, because I expected it to close now, but it didn't do it. So I just went to the X just to see what was happening, just to close the actual position if need be, if it wouldn't take me out. But as you can see, as I was trying to close it, the order got filled and I got taken out of the position. So that was my trade today, and you can see that I'm going to bring up the trades. So actually, before I bring up these trades, I'm just going to go back into here and I'm going to show you. So if you can see, I have two trades here. This one was the news, and this one was the short that I tried to do and I got stopped out. This was a partial that I had taken, and this was the collapse of the trade when at the very bottom. You can see that I had went from 246 to 045 in terms of my balance, and then I brought that back up and I've turned it to 1547. So now I'm currently sitting at 101547. That is my trades. That is what happened. I've realised what my mistakes were. One of them could have been avoided because of news. The other one was just unfortunate. And I've made a record of making sure that I understand not to make those mistakes again. Thank you for watching, and if you could please subscribe, and if you want, you can comment, like the video, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.